Hello,
Hey,
what's happening?
not much. Where are you at in the house? I haven't seen those pictures.
I'm actually in my office.
Oh,
Not even in my office. It's our festival agent's office, but those are my posters,
okay.
if that makes sense. Because this used to be, when we first moved into this space, this was my office, but then I gave it to my former assistant when she got promoted to agent. But then she moved to a better office, and our festival agent got this office, but he still hasn't taken down my stuff.
Gotcha.
So I got that one in here, the churches.
Oh yeah,
Lauren wore shirts and covered them with fake blood on a tour. And then I have a giant poster of PJ Harvey
fun. That's nice.
over there as well. Yeah.
Does Christine know you have a picture of PJ Harvey in bed like that? She probably picked it
Yes.
up.
She she was a big fan. I don't think she'll be upset about it.
Yeah.
Totally, totally fine.
Didn't you say the girl from or all the churches people are like huge like horror fans or
Yeah.
something like that? Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Is it
That was
safe
it.
to say Lauren is a little like Haley Williams from Paramore? That kind of vibe?
Um,
Kind of strike me the same way a little bit.
they're friends,
Hmm.
like in real life, so that would make sense. They actually re-recorded one of their songs on their second record about 8 months after it came out, and Haley ended up singing like one verse and doubled the choruses with Lauren,
Oh,
which was kind of cool.
so I
But that
wasn't
was
that far off.
before, yeah, not that far off. But that was before Haley was like a mega, 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 mega superstar. Just when she was very big.
Did they get so I should ask you when we're actually on the pod.
You can ask me now and prep me.
A question around what changed for Paramore after someone like Taylor Swift has them open for him.
No, I mean, I don't know if that was the thing that did it. We've talked about this in the office. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they just became like the biggest band in the world, or why Haley became so massive. Um, but she's huge now. Quality of music never makes something succeed or fail.
Yeah.
It's just Thai. It's just a
Hey.
matter of, it kind of being released into the world at the time when the world wants it. I mean, Turnstile is a great example, right? They put out music for years, and
Yeah.
then culture literally came around to them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They put out like some very good music, and arguably, but it was at the right time. People wanted it. Why they wanted it then and not before, I don't know. And if I knew that, I would be an extraordinarily rich man because I could predict it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. One of those weird things.
Yeah, we can get into this right away. Hey, Melissa.
Hello, how are we?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you
Hi,
again.
good to see you too. How are you? Well, I know how
Good,
you
good.
are. You're good. Yeah, you just told Jake. I didn't need to ask that. Sorry. I'm being redundant.
I'm doing good. Even better, good.
Great.
What's the latest with you, Melissa?
Well, I wore a Got Bridge shirt, Bridge for Music Bridge. This is the only shirt I could find that I felt like was really musically inclined.
What is the picture?
It's of my friend Bridget when she started dating a guy,
Oh. Huh.
and
Wow.
he made these for people and gave them to them like a psycho killer. But why
Bold.
not?
It's a bold move.
Very
Yeah.
bold move. And they're married, so that's very shocking.
Mm. So you were like
Sometimes,
bridge, like a note, like a bridge note on like music? She didn't like
uh,
that question. She's like,
yeah,
I'm
you'll
out.
you'll you'll never know. Yeah. How dare you? Dare you ask that question?
Oh man.
That's too good. That's
Um,
too good.
let's
Oh,
see. I want to talk about while we wait for her to load. I do want a little. I think we talked about it a little bit last time, but the ins and outs of like festivals,
mhm.
how it goes booking them, how the financials of it to me sometimes don't make sense. but it seems like they make. I did see like a graph on the amount of money that Coachella brought in, and then the amount of money they paid to the artists, and because it was like a ton of money that they paid to the artists,
Yeah.
but they made like a boatload of money
Hmm.
from sponsorships. So sponsorships, I'm guessing, play a huge role in
Yeah.
festivals.
Massive. And I don't know like actual numbers, but yes, definitively pay with Tornado Watch. That's exciting.
Oh yeah, we are also in a tornado watch. Our territory
Wow.
got hit by two already today.
Really?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's a pretty crays day.
That's just something so foreign to me. I can't even imagine like what that is like.
We had, I don't think I ever thought of New York as like a tornado type place.
Yeah.
And then it was like 7 or 8 years ago, there was a day where like the sky turned green. Like it was a weird color sky. And it was that
Hmm.
day that tornado hit Patterson and took down like 200 trees.
Yeah.
And it was like something about a tornado, the sky turns a different color. And then since then,
Wow.
there's been like a handful of times where we've had them or been on a watch. But it's really weird. I went and looked at a job a couple of years ago, and the lady called me and she's like, "Hi, we got hit by a tornado, and we just want to get some repairs done on the house." And I was like, "You didn't actually get hit by a tornado. Like you probably had a bad storm." And so I go look at it. I was like, "You're just being dramatic." And I go out her back patio, and I'm like, "Oh, you got hit by a tornado." Because
Yeah,
it's
you really
like
did.
you literally can see a path, and it was right
Wow.
overlooking the lake, and it went literally just through three people's backyards, took down fences, and ripped off the backside of their house. And but they're short, like they're not these giant ones that will take out like a town. It's like these, I think they're called like microbursts or something like that. They're these small
Right.
tornadoes that'll just rip through like an area.
That's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
I just something I can't relate to it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea how to deal with that.
And there's flooding everywhere right now, and you know about that for sure.
Yeah. That's insane.
How often, you're not far from the LA River. You're like pretty close.
Right there.
How often does that flood?
Never.
Oh, it doesn't.
I mean, that is false. It has flooded. We're technically in a flood zone as per our home insurance. Um, but it's something like on average once every 120 years.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
next time you're out, we can like actually walk. I mean, it's literally just a block and a half to the river, and you
Yeah.
can see where we are. They've uh they've actually cemented over the walls of the walls of the river,
Oh,
and installed like flood prevention stuff. But it just seems crazy that it's so often so rare that it's more than a trickle.
yeah.
It's usually just you know cleaned up wastewater
Oh,
with a few carp and ducks swimming around in. But when it rains, like if it rains hard, I have videos of it. I mean, it's crazy
yeah.
because everything comes down from the valley, and that's like the main thoroughfare for all the rainwater to get back into the ocean.
Yeah.
And it really, I mean, it will start raging. It's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Well,
But
let's go into music and let's go back to the question I already asked and we'll just adjust it. We were talking a little bit about, like, because you said around your office, you guys were talking about like the blow up of like Paramore when they tour for someone like Taylor.
mm,
Is it just that you don't like like, is it something that, what's the question around that? Like, are you just shocked that Taylor would ask someone like that? Are you or just shocked at how big they got after?
I don't think anyone's shocked that Taylor Swift would ask or someone like that to go out on tour. I think that she's pretty darn good about taking things that might seem a little bit left of center.
Mm,
In terms of the response, I'm sure there is a way to actually quantify like how many of those fans became Paramore fans or Haley Williams fans, but to see how big they've gotten, I don't think there's any way that it's just that. I think it's just, you know, people want it now for
Yeah.
whatever reason, you know. And there's so much of a resurgence of younger music listeners coming around to that stuff from the 90s or the aughts. And I think that it's, really good stuff can oftentimes just float back to the top. And I feel like that's probably what's happening with that, you know.
Does something like When We Were Young Fest, does it bring old people like us to the show, or does it bring young people to a show like all those early 2000s? Like who's going to those shows mostly?
So you'd be shocked how like across the board it is.
Hmm.
It's a lot of kids, a lot of kids. I mean, not a perfect example, but I was just in Brooklyn to see American football at the Brooklyn Paramount, and I feel like, almost 3,000 people there, and I'd be willing to bet at least half of them were under 28
Oh,
for a band whose biggest record came out almost 30 years ago,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Do you think
It's a real
that's
it's a real revival, it's
yeah?
interesting.
Do you think part of that is just accessibility through like Spotify, or is that like did they have a song get big on like a TikTok or something, or is it mostly just accessibility and people can listen to it and
I
find those
think
bands?
yes and yes. I think the accessibility leads to those like viral moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's so many bands like that. Like Duster is a good example. Just a band that was, to use business speak, worth very few tickets when they were a real, when they were a current thing in the late 90s. And then it takes something on TikTok, and next thing you know, I mean, they became, selling 2,000 tickets, if not more, in places, which was crazy.
yeah,
Um, Even that British band Boa that had very little awareness here at all. Um, their touring business is going crazy.
Hmm.
They actually had a song that just joined the billion stream club on Spotify.
Oh, great.
It's just like insane how these bands are being rediscovered and coming back and just blowing up again. It's
Yeah,
great for them, it's cool.
yeah. That's actually funny. When you guys were here last week, um, Jason and Carrie, our friends in Maine, we're going up there next month, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys want to see Guster while you're here? Because they're playing." I was like, "Guster?" Like, I didn't even know they still toured. Like, it is funny.
Yep. Everyone, I mean, people love going to see shows,
Yeah,
you know, and that's not limited to one type of person or one type of musical genre or one bracket within a genre. I mean, it's everybody,
yeah,
everybody, it's nuts. I mean, you've seen it before, going to Zach Bryan shows,
yeah,
right? Then you go see Turnstile shows and you go see Guster shows. It's
yeah,
completely different people from all walks of life, and everyone loves live music.
yeah. I do remember too when we were at that show in Arizona, the Zach Bryan show. I go, "Is this the last time you'll see him in an arena?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then he's been selling out stadiums, or I could see him maybe falling back a bit, but I mean, last year he had like the highest selling ticket show of all time, like 112,000 in Michigan.
That's crazy.
But it's
It's
just crazy.
absolutely crazy. Yeah. It's great. I mean, love it. Love it that people are getting out and doing things. You know, Live music is a powerful thing, and it's great that people are actually like recognizing it and doing it.
Yeah. Oh, really fast. If people hadn't heard the other episode, what exactly do you do?
I am a talent agent. I'm a booking agent for bands. I set up concerts for them. They go around, play concerts, play shows, and I help uh, figure out what it'll look like in theory, and then bring that plan to some degree of reality.
So I actually didn't catch this until we were when you're here, we talk about music kind of nonstop.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
you were talking about, I never picked up on the talent agent part of what you do. I knew like the booking agent part, but then you would be saying something about, like listening to a band or someone brought you a band or so if in that situation, would you find the talent and then help them find like a manager and then book every, would you do that part or do you focus more on the live show? We're back.
Uh, we're back. Uh,
Sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
Are you guys in a
Tornadoes.
tornado?
Well, we just cleared the way to the basement, so I think we'll be
Oh,
fine if something occurs.
okay.
We'll just get into the basement like you're supposed to do. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
First
Is
live
it
Nothing
tornado on
can
the pod.
stop the pod. Nothing can
yeah?
stop us.
That's
All
Is
funny.
right,
it,
what did I miss?
I
you didn't miss much,
You didn't
we
miss
were
much. Just
okay, I go
basically.
so I kind of realized I hadn't like set up who Ryan was. So he talked about being a tour agent and then also a talent agent. And I was just
okay.
asking him about the talent agent part because I didn't maybe gather that Ryan played a role in like finding the talent or
Mhm.
Okay.
is that the
Yeah,
right
I
word?
mean, to an extent, and finding, I think, can uh, mean a number of things. I mean, very, very, very rarely will I just go out and see a band and be like, oh my gosh, this is the band. I have to work with them. I have to find them a manager and find them a label and find them all these things. Uh, it'll often be managers or labels sending things to us. But the quantity of artists we get sent to us or see or hear is so great. To a certain extent, you still have to find the ones that click with you within that great multitude. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, well, we do um, sort of find things and then help them assemble teams. More often than not, it's about just identifying stuff that really works for us and moves us within all the dozens and dozens and dozens of songs and artists we're sent each week.
So you actually do get like a large influx of people that you can look for or listen to, but
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily. So you're saying like there's like, is there a certain type of like energy you look for, or is it more like, what you think they can become, or is it like what they are right now? What do you feel like in the past you've been like, oh, this is like what I'm looking for?
So yes to all those
Okay.
things. Yeah, there's no one thing specifically. You're always looking at
Okay.
all of them. How does this make me feel? How do I feel like this could grow?
Mm-hmm.
How is this doing in terms of business right now?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but by and large, most of the time, it really mainly is how does this make me feel?
Mm-hmm.
Because you sort of go by the idea that um, I might not have the greatest taste in music, as Jake could probably argue, but I feel like my taste isn't completely out in the middle of left field. So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
moved by something that I hear, something new, I feel pretty strongly that other people will be moved by it too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't
Yeah.
always happen. I have worked with bands, and we're not going to ask this question. I've worked with bands who I was convinced were going to be superstars.
Mm-hmm. Not happening.
Nobody cared. Nobody
Yeah.
cared. And there's been other bands that, I have chosen not to work with because I just didn't think that they were that exciting. And then next thing you know, they're massive. So,
Yeah.
the way I think about it is in Major League Baseball, you can fail 7 out of 10 times and be considered one of the greatest players of all time.
Mm,
And I kind of feel like identifying talent is that same
that makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
fail. You fail a lot, but you just need
Mm-hmm.
like one. You just need one big hit. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Have you
Mm-hmm.
ever been like, this band is massive in Japan? I'm
Hmm.
convinced it would happen here, and it
Yeah,
didn't, or it did. Have you had that?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first moved from Oakland down to Los Angeles, I was working for a company that's now defunct, and they really were encouraging us to break out of our like very specific niche in the music industry, aesthetically speaking, and book a breadth of things. So one of the things that got sent to me was a band whose name I've never actually been able to pronounce correctly. I believe it was pronounced Mummy Troll. which was spelled Mumiy space Troll or something like that. Anyway, one of Russia's biggest rock bands, like would play 30 stadiums in the perimeter of Russia
Oh my God.
to like 30,000 people a night. Like massive,
Hmm.
massive,
And we're
massive.
just like, can you use mummy troll in a sentence, please?
Yeah.
I'm not really getting it.
I wish I could.
I would
Uh,
love to know how to pronounce this.
yeah, I actually I spent a decent amount of time with the singer himself who spoke beautiful English. Um, he would always pronounce it basically like that, but
Mhm.
he'd make it sound better, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was like, you know what, man? If these guys can sell 40,000 tickets in Russian cities I've never heard of before, I bet they can come over here and sell like 2,000 tickets in each major market.
Hmm.
Maybe it's just to Russians, but fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And absolutely not. Did not
Really?
happen in any way, shape, or form. You'd be shocked how few Russians there are in the middle of the country.
Huh.
It was just
That's
like
so
not,
wild.
yeah, it was crazy. I don't remember exactly which cities they went to, but even like in LA, they would end up selling like, it was like 700 tickets, which was
Oh my
great.
gosh.
But when they're used to selling 30,000,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
It's
weird.
so it's I feel like that's probably also just like what makes music so interesting, right? It's like I mean, it's obviously very personal too. You
Hmm.
like a song and you like tell your best friend and you're like, this song is, so
Yeah.
amazing, like, oh my God. And then they're just like, yeah, it's not really hitting me the same way.
Yeah,
And you're just like in massive disbelief that they're not feeling it. But I guess on a grand scale, that can happen too.
absolutely. Absolutely can.
And you're
Um,
like, this is devastating, but all right, time for mommy to hit the road.
yep. Yeah, I work with this the same thing. There's a really amazing Italian artist who's also been around forever. His name is Giovanotti. And I mean, he's still massive in Italy. We'll do arenas up and down the
Hmm.
peninsula, and then comes over here, and it's just like
Not happening.
not happening.
Yeah.
But then you'll have like a random band from a random country who, again, it's just something clicks, and you're like, okay, you can't predict which way culture is going to go. I mean, I'm sure you
Hmm.
can, um, to an extent, but it's tough, man. It's tough to
Yeah.
really figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work.
Yeah.
There's bands that seem good to me that I'll hear, but it's an Instagram ad, and then I won't listen to it because it's like
Because you're
I,
mad that it's an
I didn't.
Instagram ad.
Well, it's just like I didn't find you. You're this is like an ad campaign, and if
Yeah.
it's like a street punk band or like um some sort of niche kind of style of music that I listen to, I'm
Hmm.
like Lars Fredrickson wouldn't have like an ad on Instagram for his new album. Maybe he would, I guess, but
I bet he would. I bet he would now.
it's
I
just
feel like
like
I get a lot of music on Instagram now,
I
like,
do
and I'm not really
too.
sure why, but I do get a lot of like new
Like
bands.
I can, it's not like 23 Punk put it up. It's like literally it'll say like ad, and it's like a punk
Hmm.
band that sounds like Rancid or something, and I'm like, I'm
But I
not
have
listening.
found a couple of bands that I really like from that, and like I'll go look at their page, and they have like you know, 10,000 followers or something. But they actually are like, I will fall for it quite often. I'm clicking on their Spotify, I feel like.
I don't even think it's like falling for it, but there's like an
Mm.
inorganicness to it a little bit
Yeah.
to me that bothers me.
There's
How
a
would
there's
you prefer to find it?
It's probably not much
digging
better.
through the 7-inch section at my local record store.
7 inches, man.
Being old school Empire Records boy, just
I mean,
like,
sometimes it'll be
I'm gonna
like,
find something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's like either a band that's opening for a band that I like on their tour,
Hmm.
or a band that is posted on it from another punk band or something like that. And then
Okay.
it's like sometimes it's, which is where maybe it's no better, but sometimes Spotify is like, if you like this, you'll like that.
Hmm.
But that's just probably as curated as my Instagram is.
I put a lot of faith in the Spotify, if you like this, you like that, though. I do feel like, and like, go to the radio of this band that you like or whatever. Like, I feel like that can hit pretty hard sometimes and be
Yeah.
a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just old school like that. You just actually want to find it on your own, or you feel like the specialness is gone somehow.
Kind of, but it's hard to find it on your own anymore.
Yeah.
It's as easy as ever to it's as easy as ever to find music. It doesn't
Hmm.
feel as organic finding it as it used to.
Hmm.
Does that
If
make
I
sense?
can throw another curveball
Yeah.
into into
Look out.
your
Yeah.
feelings,
Uh-huh.
uh, I think it's harder to find things that you really connect with when you are of a certain age.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'd be willing to bet that if you were the age now that you were when you first heard Rancid or
Mhm.
first heard
Hmm.
pick a million
Some
bands,
41.
a million bands that I know you love that aren't Sum 41.
Yeah.
Uh, like Instagram or a Spotify playlist would be perfectly fine. You'd be like, yeah, great. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of, uh, yeah, I mean, when all the bands that I grew up absolutely loving, I heard about them from friends,
Yeah.
and that's just the
Hmm.
new Spotify playlist, right?
That's true.
That's true too. I do feel like the share, like when you like share a radio or you can like have three people on one,
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like finding new music through your friends. But that is true. I think that's very, very true. I don't feel like for hearing like Third Eye Blind when you're whatever age I was, I can't even remember now, or hearing like, you know, I don't know, Pavement, like
Hmm.
hearing Pavement at a certain age, and you're like, this is the like weirdest something I've ever heard, but you just want to keep listening to it. I don't feel like I've had that as at my age anymore as I did then for sure.
I don't think it happens like that to many of us anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there are
Why do you
still,
think that that is though?
I think just the way our,
I think it is just I mean, I'm a massive Turnstile fan and they're probably 10 years younger than me. And Zach Bryan's in his 20s.
Hmm.
But that I think there are people that just kind of transcended a little bit, but even like a new Rancid album, I don't listen to the new Rancid albums really. It's like
Maybe that's because the artists change too. Like they get older too, obviously. And so then they're not really like they're fresh, you
yeah, I
know.
don't think Rancid I think all those 90s punk bands, they are all still putting out albums and I don't really listen to them just because it's like
Hmm.
kind of just sound like what they've always sounded like. It's just like a new song.
so
Which is kind of mean that you're like, I want to listen to you, and now I don't want to listen to you, even though you sound the same. Maybe you're being a little judgy, Jake.
I'm being so judgy.
no. So
No.
what's the alternative? What's the alternative? If Rancid was like growing and experimenting and trying new things and putting out like, their singer-songwriter record. Well, maybe you would like that actually. But, people bag on their favorite bands because like, oh, they've changed. They don't
Hmm.
sound the same. But then people bag on their favorite band because it's like they sound the same. The same old thing. I might as well listen to the first record.
That's true.
It's almost like you can't win if you're the artist, you know?
Never satisfied.
I don't mean it
No.
in like a negative way. Like when Rancid came out with an album like a year ago, 2 years ago, I listened to it.
Hmm.
It's just not gonna like connect with me the same way as like Let's Go does.
And how old were you when Let's Go came out or when you first heard it?
Oh, I was like 12, 13.
Maybe you should be glad that you're not like connecting with it still.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like your brain and music feelings have evolved to a grown man's taste.
Sort of.
You know, a man that's in his late 20s,
Yeah,
Hmm.
his very late 20s,
Very late 20s.
very late 20s, who still likes to
exactly.
rip on it till midnight at a concert, and then call it and go home. It's like a little of both.
Yeah.
But it is funny. I do think you're right about that, Ryan. I do think that people they grow out of their, whatever emotion that they had during a certain type of music. They're gonna go back to the same thing.
Hmm.
Or they're gonna start liking something completely different, like
Sure.
it's just that makes total sense, I feel like. And
Yeah.
it's true. Like it is a little bit of a letdown if you haven't heard from one of your favorite bands in a long time and then they put out an album and you're like, well, this is kind of like sounds like you're just like really trying to be something different or more poppy. I would say that's the biggest disappointment for me personally. If you
Hmm.
like a band and then they put out an album and it sounds super poppy or like a girl and she's like trying to sound more like Taylor Swift or something, that's disappointing. No hate on Taylor. I don't even want to go
Hmm.
down that road, but
Yeah, watch out.
yeah, look out.
I
But
would say
that
that
kind of can be annoying to me
So
sometimes.
what is that? What's annoying about that to you?
I
I think
think
it's fair. I think it's a good take, but I'm curious. I think it's interesting to think about what actually is annoying about that.
I think because like an example to me is like Phoebe Bridges has not I feel like done that very much, but there was like one or two moments. I mean, very, you know, I'm being kind of sassy about it, but there's been one or two times where I was like, I feel like she's trying to get back in, like under the guise of like, oh, people are liking Taylor Swift and the, like what she sounds like, and she's got this like pop star vibe, and she's singing about like this love, whatever. It's not the lyrics. It's like a there's something about the actual music, like you're trying to be
Hmm.
something else. But I don't think she's done it. Oh, Suki Waterhouse. Suki Waterhouse has done it a
Hmm.
little bit, I think, more than Phoebe Bridges. But I love Phoebe Bridges, and she continues to actually, I feel like, change and evolve in a way that doesn't annoy me. And even if I get a little inkling of it and I'm like, oh, she's going straight, nope, she brings it back.
She
And it's
pivots.
like, yeah, it's like she's keeping her originality and who she was in the beginning. And maybe she's tweaking it a little bit, but it's not
Mhm.
actually like a full-blown change where you're like shell shocked when you listen. You're like, this isn't the
Yeah.
person I fell in love with. Whereas like I think Suki Waterhouse, it's ebb and flow for me. And then Billie Eilish, consistent, consistent,
Sure.
poppy,
whisper
it is
singing.
what it is, and I like it, and I don't care to like I like it. It's fun, it's catchy, all the things. Her voice is amazing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's just I think that's the feeling. Also, Phoebe Bridges' lyrics, I feel like, are still maintaining where you have to almost like, wait, what did she say? And that is like probably one of my favorite things about music is not the
Hmm.
I'm sitting under a tree and I love this boy and like I don't like all right, we get it. Someone that's singing about something and you're like, "Wait a second, I don't even understand what you're saying because there's so much depth emotionally. Let me pause for a minute. Wait, what was it?" And then you're putting this story together. And the story isn't something that's like here it is on a silver platter. The story is like, no, this is like actually really deep and intense and like if you get it, you get it and if you don't, it's done, like whatever.
Sure.
But I do feel like Phoebe Bridges does that very well for the most part. That's just my thought.
Yeah, I can see that. It's tough for artists uh, when they start shifting like that. And I think the oh well now X is sounding more like
Mm-hmm.
Y statement.
Mm-hmm.
I have some degree of sympathy for artists because um, they're not living and creating in a vacuum,
Mm-hmm.
and they're hearing all the same things that we're hearing.
Yeah.
So inevitably, when you have these artists who, no matter what your musical proclivities may be, you are being inundated with Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
We all
yeah.
know what she sounds like. So no matter what, like artists to a certain extent reflects the you around them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and oftentimes that's a good thing when you're talking about, you know, early 70s jazz, for example. Um, but then you have stuff like modern day, and it feels a bit more, I don't know if maybe trite is not the perfect word to use, but it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to rag on.
Yeah.
But it's still the
That makes
same thing.
sense.
It's still the same thing. We all, if any of us create anything to a certain degree, it's going to reflect what's around us.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
bring
we live in the age of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, not to keep bringing it
Mm-hmm.
back, but Turnstile
Mm-hmm.
is kind of a good example of that because their new album is much more palatable than the last album, and that album is more palatable than the one before that.
Mm.
So with them, they're getting bigger and bigger, and their sound is changing, and it's less and less just like a hardcore record. It's like instrumental, and they have a flute and like a
Hmm.
Yeah.
interludes, but it's still really good. I think with them, what they've done is they've kept their integrity with like their local scene. All those bands still love them, so they can kind of do whatever they want, and it feels genuine and not like they're doing it for credit, even
Hmm.
though it's funny to see him at the Grammys,
Yeah.
putting out an album that's more,
Yeah.
like not mainstream, but what they want to do. They kind of get a pass, it seems like. But they also
So
get
you're
Yeah.
saying like you need to stop being so hard on artists because like they are actually out here just trying to survive, make a living and do something that they love. So why be so critical? Like so they're what you're saying is so they're gonna be a little bit more in this mold. So sue them that they don't want to work at Home Depot. Like big deal. Let them do their thing. Is that kind of what you're saying?
me. Yeah. I don't feel very like I feel like I'm less critical of bands when they get big or when they change their sound because it's just like they can do whatever they want. You don't have to listen to it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
more
true.
interested in whether they're going to tour or not than if they put out a new. Like I'd rather know that Ranted's coming more than like, hey, we put out a new album. It's like I'd rather go see them.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I don't know. And yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're like 50, over 50, 50 years old, so it's like they're not going
They're
to put out
killing it. They're
all the
killing it.
And that's just by like the, date on their driver's licenses in terms of how
Mhm.
healthy they are, how much damage they did to their bodies in the 90s.
Right,
I
right.
mean, they're probably more like 78,
yeah.
Yeah.
early 80s,
So to get
you
back
know?
to the concert part of things, one question I had was um with like the latest Turnstile tour, they're not having one opener the whole time. They're literally doing different openers in every town. For like you, when you see that, is it an eye roll or do you like it? Do you think it's cool that they're
I think it's so I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. But hazard of the job is that immediately my first thought is that must have been such a huge pain
mm,
logistically.
Mm.
That's a lot more work than just having the same band on every single show.
Hmm.
But for a band like Turnstile, I don't know Turnstile personally at all, at all, at all, at all. But I'd be willing to wager that they are big music fans and have strong opinions and have a lot of bands that they feel very passionately about.
mm,
Hmm.
So for a band like that, it's probably easy to be like, no, here's this massive list. Here's where they all live or where we think they would work on the tour. Let's
Oh.
go find them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That
do
makes
you
it a little bit easier.
do you get
That
excited
makes
when one of
sense.
your bands is asked to like when Julie's asked to be on a show like that? Is it exciting because it'll put them into different in front of different people, or is it kind of like I got to book this one show for them and then try to do something around it to make it more worth it?
No, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting, depending on which of my bands it is, because they all have different reactions to those things, to these one-off shows.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's generally exciting because like, the show you're referencing, right, is Turnstile at Forest Hills. I mean, that's an event. And I think that's also why they have different bands on every show, because it makes each event feel unique.
Mm,
It makes each one feel like it has its own, you know, I won't say its own story, but
yeah.
each event feels like something personal to the ticket buyer, which is kind of
Mm.
cool. And that's fun. It's always nice, it's nice for a band to be included in that, to basically be told like, yeah, we think that you would be awesome on this. Let's do it. Let's do this
Hmm.
thing together. So no, it's always cool, unless the
Would,
event's lame, and then it's not cool. And then we're like, oh my gosh, we got to put together 6 shows to make this lame show feasible.
oh
But
my God.
that's rare. That's rare,
Yeah.
thankfully.
If you could choose between booking a band on Coachella, let's say like Governor's Ball or like Bumper Shoot, which is the most ideal or easy to coordinate or pull off?
I mean,
Or
that's
are they just all the same? It doesn't really matter.
no, I mean there's so many ins and outs to that question. Like the easiest to pull off is it's different depending on which artist it is that's asking to be put on one of those things. You
Mm,
know what I mean? And all the buyers for those three festivals you mentioned have different personalities and different tastes, and they're trying to accomplish different things.
mhm.
So it really becomes more complicated. If you want to boil it down, which one do I want to put a band on? Which really comes down to which one then do I want to be at? The
Yeah.
answer's probably Coachella. That's when I went to Governor's Ball. It absolutely dumped rain,
Oh, that's
and I had to walk from the island back into Manhattan to get try to get a cab, even though I was soaking wet, and that was absolutely terrible.
yeah.
And I kind of swore I'd never do it again. Uh, Bumbershoot's great though. Bumbershoot's pleasant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so two questions about sidebar just for 1 second. Is one, everybody's thoughts and opinions on Justin Bieber watching himself as a child,
Hmm.
right? And doing all that. And then after that, doing his, performance where he was like in his living room, basically. Um,
The the
what
Coachella
are
performance.
yeah,
Yeah.
what do you feel like about both of those? I would love to know. And, you know, was that kind of like, was him doing that, watching himself? Do you feel like he was trying to like heal something, or do you think that he was like being narcissistic?
So okay, it's the first part of the question. Watching him as a child, I did not pay attention to him as a child.
Okay.
Like when he was young, he was so far off my radar.
Okay.
It wasn't even
Because
wasn't even a
he's like
thing.
some of us in the audience, like we grew up
Yeah,
together and now,
yeah,
all this vibe.
Was
yeah.
this
So
the same
I
show?
was definitely
Was he playing like,
What?
was that the same show? Two different shows or the
No,
same?
it was two separate things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was two separate things. And the Coachella one was the one where he was watching himself, right, Ryan?
yeah. So he did an entire segment at Coachella, and I admit I did not see it. We walked by at one point, and I was like, what's he do?
What's
What's
he
he
up
doing up
to?
there?
What's that little
But
guy up to?
we didn't stay because to be completely honest, we wanted to beat the traffic getting out of the parking lot. So we left. But reading about it afterwards,
Hmm.
um, essentially what he did, Jake, is he was like playing YouTube clips of his like hits and singing along to them.
Well, I
And
heard
then
about
he
that.
was like referencing like famous Justin Bieber memes. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Basically, but using YouTube as
The background of like
kind of
his
like
whole.
kind of like his backing band and production to a certain
Yeah.
extent,
Yeah.
which I thought, honestly, I thought it was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And I was so
I kind
excited
of liked
reading
it.
about it. I thought it was great. I mean, it was something that I've never heard of anyone doing that. And for someone who has, he's, I think, way bigger than many of us, especially in the live music industry, might have
Hmm.
thought. I
Hmm.
think when that Coachella poster came out, I think a lot of us were like,
Hmm.
Justin Bieber, eh? Um, and it was massive. I
Yeah.
mean, absolutely, absolutely massive. And I think part of what has made him so massive is just internet culture.
Hmm.
So to a certain extent, for him to get up and invite the platform that has at least partially made him so big to be part of his show,
Hmm.
I think it's a
It was
great,
kind of genius.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's performance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It
It's
felt so
fantastic.
much more than like just Jake, you're gonna have to just look up some of it because he was just
No,
like
Chelsea watched.
roast.
Chelsea
You
watched
did
most of
see?
it.
Okay.
She liked it. I read something that also makes it interesting because he sold his catalog to Warner or someone.
Mhm.
Hmm.
By and he got paid like 20 million for that Coachella or something crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right, probably.
I think if he would have performed live, he would have owed that money to the label, and because he used YouTube, he didn't have to or something. I read something where
Huh.
Oh,
by playing
Well,
those
that,
interesting.
clips
yeah,
and
that's
not
interesting.
performing his own music, technically, he
Oh,
got to keep the money and he didn't have to pay it to the record label that owns all his music now.
I hadn't heard
It
that.
was like some
That's super
smart
interesting.
thing that he might have done also. Made a unique show, but also like
Yeah.
stepped.
I just feel like he
Wow.
I'll
is.
fact check that. I heard that.
Why don't you fact check that? And if you're wrong, don't say anything because I like the story that you said better
Yeah.
than fact checking it.
Fact check it and let's just run with it.
Yeah, we're with it.
Yeah.
I just feel like him like roasting himself over memes and like people in the audience laughing and him laughing.
Yeah.
It made it so personal, like you were literally sitting with your friend. And I think a lot of people feel like they are his friend. Like if you just met me, we would be good friends because I've listened to your music since I was 10 and a half years old or when I was 14, I was suicidal and now I'm not, like same thing with Billie Eilish and how much she loves Justin Bieber. It's like people are just drawn
Yeah.
to him in such a way that it's fascinating. It was fascinating to watch him sit down and literally just be like yappy, just yapping with these people, like
Yeah.
now I'm gonna sing this and here's me on the screen and I was 12, and he's just like singing baby and like everybody's freaking out and he's like the internet slowed down at one point. I don't know if you saw that part, Jake.
Mm.
The internet like stopped at one point and it like wasn't loading and he was like the Wi-Fi sucks. Like I don't know, it was just like you felt like you were in
Yeah.
the
It's
like
great.
his bedroom like as a teenager. You're just farting around.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
great.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I
so
love
then the
that.
second one when he did it where he did the performance where he was like in the living room like with his socks on or something in the
Mm.
mirror. Did you see that one?
I didn't see that part. No.
Chelsea might have.
He played Yukon just like with his guitar and like one little keyboard, like one keyboard like of a I can't remember what that's called, but basically like he just
Hmm.
was singing with his guitar. It was so good. And of course, like he's
Yeah.
just has a little microphone and he's like in his like PJ shorts. It was bizarre, but
But
like,
that's great, right? I
yeah.
mean, what's the goal of a performer? You want to move somebody. You want to make them feel like you want to make them feel like they are part of something. That's what
Hmm.
you want as a fan too, right? If you're a fan, you want
Yeah.
to feel like you're a part of something. You don't want to feel like you're just a distant observer for the
Hmm.
spectacle. You
Yeah,
want to feel like you're a part of it. So,
definitely.
for him to be doing all those things that we just talked about, he's probably accomplishing that beautifully. He's
Hmm.
making,
Yeah.
however many, 100,000 people, 90,000 people watching him,
Hmm.
not to mention however many hundreds of millions are watching him on YouTube at the time,
Yeah.
the live stream.
The stream. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't feel quite as connected, but I'm sure everyone who was there watching him felt like, oh, this is like
Epic.
I'm involved and I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah. It was
connected to
very
this.
cool.
From a tour
And
standpoint.
that's,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I'm done.
From like a tour standpoint with an artist, what have you seen like uh show better, like a giant production or more intimate shows, or like what is more palatable do you feel like to the standard fan, seeing like the all out crazy show or when a band will do something smaller or more? That makes sense.
Um, that's a good question. I guess it depends on what the fan wants, right? I
Yeah.
think if you're a maybe a if maybe you're a passive fan, and I could be totally wrong on this, maybe this is just me. If I'm a passive fan, I might want the big show and the bombast, just because then it catches my attention for 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if it's someone that I truly love and I'm already invested in, uh, the small intimate performance is always going to be best
So
because then it feels like you're just in the room with them. It feels like you're in their bedroom,
Hmm.
like you're just
Hmm.
hanging out. That's always
so I'll
nice.
put it this way, for you, would you have rather, I don't know if you ever saw Nirvana, would you rather have been at like the Unplugged recording, or would you have rather seen them at like the Mercer Arena? Or I don't know if they ever played the Showbox, but
I guarantee they did at some point.
yeah.
I mean, well, if you gave me a choice between those three, I'd say the Showbox
Yeah.
for sure. But,
But the unplugged would stick with
Uh,
you longer. I bet you'd never forget being unplugged.
you'd never forget that, but you'd also never forget that because it was documented and continues to be played over and over and over and over and over
Hmm.
again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, you'd never forget it, but it would probably be more of an equal footing between that arena show and the weird acoustic show that you happened to see that day.
Mm.
You know what I
The
mean?
Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged, I feel like is one of my favorite. Like I could watch that numerous times. I feel like that was the first time I ever actually really listened to him because it was just acoustic and you could actually tell like no, this guy is just in, I mean he was insanely talented obviously,
Mhm.
but like hearing it in that setting, I remember specifically it just kind of like came on after something else and I wasn't paying attention and I literally went in the room and sat down and started over and watched the whole thing. And I've watched it numerous times over the years since
Well,
then. It was like, I felt like it was ridiculous. His voice already, you're like listening to it and you're like, I don't know, like maybe they messed with it a little bit. No, like I just remember specifically being like, this is so ridiculous. Like the talent. I love that one. You
Hmm.
got to watch that one again if you haven't
mm,
recently.
no,
Yeah.
it's definitely been a while.
Have you had
It's so good.
have you had a band that's like big, getting big, or had just gotten off like a big album or tour, and then wanted like came to you with an idea for a tour that's stupid or like a bad idea a mile away?
Have you ever had someone ask you to give a consultation on a remodel that was a stupid idea?
Yeah, all the time.
I think you just answered your question.
But it's probably hard when
We
it's like,
basically have we basically have the same job.
yeah,
Basically, people approach us and say, make something,
yeah.
right? And oftentimes the ideas are incredibly stupid.
We want
And
to build.
sometimes you build the kitchen. You're like,
We can do this.
we can build the kitchen, man. I'm not going to cook in it. I
Yeah.
don't, whatever you want to do, fine with me. Um, and sometimes you're like, you know what? This is going to be a great kitchen. Let's do it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good you, Jake, that's such a good one for you. Like for you to picture like someone like okay, you know like the those stupid Instagram videos and it's like, "Hi, I'm the designer and I want a table that's 1900 feet long." It's like,
Well,
"Hi, I'm the builder," and it just cuts him off.
I think there's times where
That's
I feel like I can say like that's stupid and I don't want to do that, or I won't do that, or you shouldn't do that. And
uh
then I can kind of be more blunt because it's almost like you don't really care if you get it sometimes.
It's probably a one-time client,
And then and then if
right?
you
okay.
do it and they pay you, but they're like, I don't like it, you can be like, well, I told you you weren't gonna
I
like it.
told you you were
I
wrong.
feel like it's a little harder if you're like dealing with an artist's feelings and their vision, and you're like,
Sure.
Mhm.
that's a bad idea. And they're like, no, we really think it's gonna work. And you're like, I'm telling you, it's gonna suck. And then it's hard at the end when it does to be like, I'm sure
I
maybe
told you
tell this
so.
this archer or artist that's like tortured, like, hey, I told you it's gonna not work.
Yeah.
I
To a
told you
cer
that bringing Muppets on stage was
Yeah,
not a good idea.
That's actually a fantastic idea. I've been waiting
like a fragment
my
of
whole life for someone to do that. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. And I think to a certain extent, um, at a certain extent or to a certain point, you got to roll with it.
yeah,
Hmm.
You know, if someone, well, one, it's slightly different because the people I work with are people that I ideally will be working with for many years across many tours.
Mm.
So you never want to just fully shoot down someone's idea because they might feel passionately about it. Whereas I
Hmm.
would imagine if someone calls you about damage from a tornado and they want to build something stupid, you can be like, man, I can't,
yeah.
Right.
I can't do this. I'm sorry. There's a million guys who can.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, you hear ideas all the time. They're just kind of, you got to wrap your head around them and think about them for a while. And, you know, not just me, but I think every agent, you might share opinions and thoughts in ways to maybe make it a bit more what feels palatable. But in the end, you know, it's a service-based job.
Hmm.
If an artist wants to do something that might feel like not the most intuitive or the most productive, but they really want to. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Then it's like that's that. Like
Let's let's
that's
do
the
it.
thing.
Let's do it and make the best of it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we might be having dinner with somebody and they really want something that doesn't make any sense. I really want mustard ice cream. Like,
Mhm.
are you, are you sure?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You want must? I no, I've always wanted to try mustard ice cream. I really want it. You're like,
All right.
Okay.
okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And if it tastes terrible, then you can be like, well,
I told you.
Well, now we know.
now we know.
Or you order it and then everybody's like, that's so weird. I want to try it. And then those people are like, I love mustard ice
Yeah,
cream now.
100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about this one? In construction, sometimes the people with the most money are the worst because they are like, it's a pleasure for you to work on my house.
That's so annoying.
And you're like, no, it's not. I don't care. And like they almost want you to charge less for them because, you
Yeah.
know, they're gonna give you all this work and you're like, I don't know. Like, so
Yeah.
like the super wealthy can be the worst clients sometimes. Is it like, have you ever had a larger band treat it or you or a tour like it's a gift to you to do this for us? And
Oh
then
yeah,
yeah.
And were they popular or not popular?
extremely.
And what were their names?
Okay.
Not a chance.
Yikes.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I'll text you the names, Jake.
Text me.
You know, the thing is, though,
Send them in a
it,
group chat.
yeah, in that situation, it's almost never the artist.
Mm,
That directive to make everybody in the team feel like that might stem from the artist, but it's never the artist telling you that or making you feel that way. And I think that's a really smart thing. I mean, that's why artists have managers. And that's why
Oh,
artists
okay.
have agents so that they can pay us to do some of the hard things.
mm,
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
saying like even the hard thing, meaning like something where you're dealing with a client who
Mhm.
is being maybe a little bit,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And you're like, okay, we got to just kind of roll with it and
yep,
take it down a
yep.
notch, the whole nine
So yeah,
yards.
so the artist manager is probably the one then who's really going to be that way. Who's going to be that way?
Okay.
He's going to be super snarky, and
Mm-hmm.
you should feel privileged that we're even having you do this.
mm.
Like I've worked with a number of
Uh-huh.
artists over the years whose managers will make you feel like that. And then you meet the artists or you see the artist at the show, and they're
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, thank you so much. This has been so great. What a great tour. You did such a great job. I really appreciate everything you did. And you're just like,
Yeah. You're like,
what?
where's this coming from?
Yeah. Um, who do you believe? I don't know. The
Yeah.
manager is probably putting on a little bit of show, and the artist is probably putting on a little bit of a show, and
It's weird because I could see an artist that would be really popular in a weird way, almost being more humble than the person that's managing them because the person that's managing them feels like they're like in this godlike state, whereas the artist is going to be like, I can't believe I made it to the. I mean, ideally,
yeah.
the artist would be the one that's like, I can't believe that I made it to this popularity. I can't believe that I'm here. Thank God, thank everybody for getting me here. And the manager's just over here, just like being a little like
Mhm.
sassy pants and like
Yep.
really having a God complex because they're in the vicinity of this person who's doing really well or whatever.
Well, also remember the artist gets on stage, and what happens? They have 10,000 people screaming at them
Mm-hmm.
for them along with their lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
The managers usually, well, they're at the show on the side of the stage, but they're the ones, much like the agent, who are sitting in the office
Mm-hmm.
and just doing
Doing
a
the
lot of
Mm-hmm.
paperwork and grunt work. So whose ego is more satiated?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's the artist.
Yeah.
So then
Right.
who needs, in that situation, who's the one who needs to really assert how
Right.
cool they are or how important
Yeah.
they are? Everyone knows the artist is important.
Yeah.
Artists don't need
There's
to
not like a
explain it.
doubt in their mind at all.
The artist can just be like, "Hey, great to see you." Like,
Yeah.
Move right on.
complete confidence. Whereas the manager, I mean, honestly, in that scenario, usually the worst person is the agent because usually the
Okay.
agent is usually the one who's the most like, no, look at me, look at me. I'm important. I'm
Okay.
important. This is what I did. I'm important.
Like
And
Hmm.
you're just like, oh my God, shut up.
specifically, but like people in your role.
I'm not going to use my own name, but yeah, people in my role, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, it's terrible.
All right,
But
Yeah, yeah.
here's a very like random question. In Almost Famous, the band getting
never
bigger.
seen it. Never seen it.
Never heard of it.
All right, so there's a movie where a
Okay.
band is getting really big, and they have a manager that was like their friend, and then a bunch of stuff happens on the tour, and then I don't think it was the label or something brought in a real manager because there was all these problems that would have not happened if they had like a real manager and not their friend.
A
Do
big
you
time
have any kind
manager.
of like story or something where you remembered like a band got big but still had like their friend as their manager and then seen it go bad or like had to step
Hmm.
in because things were not going right because
Seen it go bad, yes. Had to step in. That's generally not my place.
hmm,
And I generally won't step in, but yeah, seen it go bad. I mean, we have there's a term for that. It happens so often. It's a friendager,
hmm,
Oh my God.
right? Artists have friendagers all the
Hmm.
time. And then you
Yeah.
hear about artists who have momagers because
Yeah, that's
if it's
true.
a young artist, it's their mom or dad
Hmm.
who's managing them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah, you see that all the time. All the time. And oftentimes when it's obvious to everybody, label publicist, agent, lawyer, whoever.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, everyone can see it. And usually someone will step in, whoever's closest to the band, and be like,
We got to
hey,
bail.
here's the thing. We gotta figure it. It's almost like intervention.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? We've all seen that show, right? It's
Yeah.
almost like everyone in their own way, like gets with the band and they're just like, look, man, this
This is
didn't,
not working.
I don't know, ain't working. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
have
to
you
figure out
passed
something new.
have you passed on an artist that you believed in or you knew was going to get big or was getting big because of the back behind the scenes part like the manager.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. All right. I mean, yeah, past all of those examples would probably be able to be counted on one hand, but not pursued bands because of who the team was.
Mm.
I
Mm.
mean, dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no amount of money is worth the stress and pain that certain people will inflict on you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
You
have to
know,
have your limit of it.
Yeah.
again, like this, the same thing with your job. If you know that there's a homeowner who's just the absolute worst,
Yeah.
just the worst, and the job that they want your bid on might be extremely lucrative, but you're just like,
Cannot deal.
this is going to take over my life for the next 8 months. I'm going to
Hmm.
be stressed. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be miserable.
Hmm.
Isn't worth it.
Not good.
It's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
three lines. Um, it should only take, uh,
Hmm.
all you have to do is, and
Yeah.
it should only cost. If any of
Yep.
those, some form of those three things are said, then you're like, have a nice day.
Gotta bail.
Yeah.
I gotta get
Yep.
out of here.
Yeah. Pretty
It's
much.
a good
Yep.
rule of thumb.
It really is. You start hearing the shoulds, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're hearing the shoulds, you gotta get away.
Yeah. All you got to do is, like, well, then you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
If
like
it
when you
shouldn't
like
take
go
too
to
long.
a gallery with somebody and they're like, I don't know, I just feel like if I were locked in, I could do that. I feel like I could paint that. I mean, that's just like a couple of simple colors and just like I could do that. It just like makes me want to scream my head
Yeah.
off. Like, okay,
Yeah.
well, then you hadn't yet, and this person is making millions. Back off.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Yeah.
mentality when people are like that.
What's so great about Mark Rothko? I could do that.
Yeah,
It's only three colors.
big
Like,
deal.
well,
Here's something. Do you know anything about the time frame or
let's think
what
about
he was
that.
trying to do? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. That's
All of
really
it,
funny.
creativity. People get a little bit weird about creativity, I think. They kind of like want to find something. Not everyone is like this, but I have seen the propensity for it. Like
Hmm.
with music or with art, with art or anything crafted. You know, people can get a little bit like they get a little jelly. They just get a little
Oh, sure.
jelly, you know?
Sure. That's such a simple song. I could have written that song. That's
Yeah.
such a simple painting. I could have written that painting. But the thing
It's
is,
like, what?
you didn't. You think about,
Yeah, you
you know,
didn't though.
you think about all the millions and millions of things that we could have done. I could have invented a notepad. It's just paper with glue on the top. What's the
Yeah.
big deal? But you
Right.
know what? You didn't. I didn't do it. I didn't invent the post-it. I wish I
Right.
had. Great
I
idea.
regret it every day that I
Yeah,
didn't.
but I didn't. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the
I
simple
love a
ideas
soap
are
dispenser. I'm still mad at myself that I didn't create the soap
absolutely.
dispenser instead of the bar. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, I could have done that and I'm going to start making them now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's a
it just
whole
it
other.
irritates me. That
It
kind of like irks me.
that kind of stuff just it kills me.
Yeah. You're
Absolutely kills me.
ruining the whole thing.
Like no, you have done. Sorry,
Absolutely not.
not
Sorry,
gonna happen.
Jake. I know you were about to tell us something that you were going to make or that you could have done. I can tell
I don't
like
know
you
what
could have.
I don't know what the next thing is, but I could have done it.
Yeah.
I think it might be overalls for men. Oh,
Oh
wait.
wait, I
Oh,
did
You
that.
already own a pair.
That's great.
Jake's gonna have his own line of Jackson Pollock inspired paintings to sell to like the Hilton chain. You're gonna see it in every
Yeah.
third floor of a Hilton, a
You only
knockoff Jackson
you only
Pollock.
need like one hotel to bite.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's all you need.
You don't need all of
Instead of
them.
Jackson Pollock, it's Jakeson Pollock. And they're just
Jason
like,
Pollock.
wait,
Hey,
what?
hey, there you go. That's
Buying them
good.
all, just buying them all like idiots.
Oh, that's funny.
That'd be
Well,
great.
it's your career, Jake. You do what you
Hmm.
must.
Yep.
Just you wait and see.
Just you just you guys wait.
You'll all regret it.
You're
You
gonna
got
rue the day
You'll
you made fun
see.
of me.
you got to pay for those Weezer records somehow.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
you saw that in the
no.
background.
I always saw it. I know. There it
Mark was
is.
with me when I got it.
Yep.
Oh, disclaimer.
Oh God. This is our first
Uh-oh.
disclaimer ever.
This is
Uh,
bad.
I texted Ryan the other day and I was like, I bought some records on Temu. And he was like, I didn't know you could get records on Temu. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying it out.
What?
And then I got I got a bunch of CDs in the mail.
Did you?
Yeah.
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 Ah.
Stop.
And then
You
I
know,
looked it up.
Timu
And
is
what they
like
do
so
is
bad.
the picture is a record. So you click on it,
Oh
you have to read
my
down into the description,
gosh.
it'll say CD. So if anybody
That is
needs
Wow.
disgusting.
Melancholy and Infinite Sadness on CD, I got one.
Well, just go buy a CD player at this point.
No, I think I can return them, but
I promise you that is not gonna go well. They're gonna ask you first, are you sure you want to return them? Yes, I want to return them. What if we were to give you a little money back and then 10% off your next order? Do you still return them? I still want to return them. Hold on. Let us get back to you. We have another deal. Like it's a spiral. You
all right.
might as well just keep them
So it'll be a TBD. We'll see.
TBD. Well, I'm going to need to know now. Next week, I have to know if you
Yeah,
turn these.
this is exciting.
This
The
is very
7-inch
exciting.
Fugazi was actually a record.
Oh, that was. Okay.
That
A
was
7-inch Fugazi.
That'd be great.
I cannot believe you did that on Temu. That is so wild.
Kept getting ads for it. Thought I would
That
roll the
does
dice.
not seem like a very Jake move on that app.
Yeah, you got to give it a try.
I'm a pretty
You know what I
reckless
mean?
person.
Maybe I need to buy something crazy on Temu. I can do a Temu bop.
There you go.
I did look at Timu after you and I talked about that,
Yeah.
and I was just
What did
like,
you buy?
oh, I didn't buy a thing. I didn't get suckered in quite that hard.
Well, see,
But
Jake, you can't.
I did check because I did this
Okay.
little promotion thing. I don't have to buy anything.
You
But
did the
if I just
oh,
log in and click that I looked at the offers for every day,
okay.
at the end of this
And
2-week stretch, it is a double LP vinyl Check Your Head from the Beastie Boys. So I might just write it out a little longer.
I
A
don't
little
know.
longer.
Yeah, this could really turn into
We'll
something.
see. Yeah,
This feels like you both might be. I don't know if you remember this. Remember the like Columbia Records like
Columbia
tape
House
club?
Oh
DVDs. Yeah.
yeah. Oh heck yeah.
You'd always
This
get like
sounds
records or CDs, and then you'd
yeah.
have to buy one of like random artist, and then you could get like five more free.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, my mom
Yeah.
would get
Oh
mad. So
yeah.
I'd put in like in everyone's names that I knew, and I'd get a bunch of CDs, but then they'd get sent like collections because they never like returned the $15 CD that came.
I'm also
Wow.
just super, super horrible at like returning anything. And like if I buy something and people are and they're like, if you don't like it, just return it. If you don't like it, just return it. If you don't like it, just return it. Like it's literally they start saying it and it just like turns into some type of Egyptian language, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Never gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen. Like,
Mm.
I know myself better than that. And I figured that out early on, but as a teenager, definitely was a sucker for it. And then buying the CDs like stacker, like just and
Mhm.
just looking at it as it's like teetering with all the
Oh,
weight of all the
totally.
CDs.
Mhm.
You just felt like the richest teenager in the world,
Yeah,
you
all those
know?
CDs.
Yeah, all those CDs.
Yeah.
Like if someone were to break into our house, well, you saw that video of like that guy pretending like he is this woman being interviewed. It's like in sepia tone. And he's like, my sister was robbed. And the biggest thing
Mm.
that upset me about this was my sister's CDs. They stole her CDs right out from the front seat. It's Jen and I quote it to each other all the time. Just like if you lost your book of CDs, it was like
Oh,
9 grand just gone.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a travesty,
Yeah.
truly. Don't worry, I'll send it to the chat. You'll love it. You'll laugh.
All right.
You'll get
Well,
it.
let's put a pin in the Timu, and I will inform everyone how return goes.
That's good.
But
That's
I
good. That's good. We are sick of talking
yeah.
about it.
but we should probably wrap this up because Ryan, it's West Coast there. He's probably still working, and
He's on the
No, but
clock. He's on the
Christmas
clock right
afternoon.
now. This is
Christine is
business.
Christine is texting me about dinner. So
So yeah.
Okay, so we're in the clear.
So thanks for coming on again. It's nice
thanks for
chat.
having me.
Okay.
I've been begging to come back. You finally
Begging to
acquiesced.
come back. Our first guest that's admitted it, you know? We
Begging.
know that everyone does, but you really are admitting it.
Yeah. No, I have nothing to hide.
There,
I even shaved. I even shaved for this.
what an
Yeah,
excellent
nothing to
guest.
hide, but you're not gonna tell us the name of that band that was really
No.
big. That
He said he's gonna text it to us privately. Stop pushing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was
Are
fun.
we doing a song? I have a
Yeah, I have
song.
one song to put on the mix
Okay,
that
so
I thought Ryan would appreciate.
Mm.
what is it? Go ahead.
This week I want to put Town Called Malice
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jam
Mm-hmm.
on the playlist.
Great song.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I've got three of them.
Do you have a song?
I'm only gonna pick one. I'm gonna do Double Dog by Emery. I hadn't listened to it very much, but I really, really, it's kind of addictive because there's a little noise of a dog in the background that barks.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's just a little weird. It's a little weird song. It was between that and Gary by that weird guy, Steven Wilson Jr. And have you heard it?
No, you sent it to us.
What I sent it to you, yeah.
I
Did
can't
you listen to
remember.
it?
No,
He's
not
just
yet.
talking about how there's not a lot of guys named Gary anymore. Like, I don't know, it just gets stuck in your head and I just walk around saying it. Those are the two songs, but just put whatever one on you want.
I'll put both of them on.
Put both of them on, would ya?
Why limit yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah, put both.
All right.
Put both. In fact, let's just go ahead and put on Habitual by Justin Bieber just to shout out.
All right. Put it on.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Justin can do no wrong in my eyes at this point.
There's no reason to lie about it.
Yeah, yeah, I can't. I love him. Okay, well, this was super fun. Thanks for
What do you
coming,
got?
Ryan.
We gotta get Ryan.
Thank you.
Do you know have a song? You got a song you want to put on it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about it. Jake, since you mentioned Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, my song would be Muzzle by Smashing Pumpkins.
All right.
oh,
I will, I
okay.
will, I will argue with anyone who disagrees that that is the best song on that record.
Love it.
And Melissa, since you mentioned Gary's,
Yeah.
let's put on Plant Man by Gary Young.
All right,
Oh, sick. I don't know that one. I'm excited.
we'll check it out.
You're in for
Yeah.
a treat.
Yes, I
Dig
love
up,
the
dig up the video too if you can.
All right.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it as soon as we log off for sure. And see, Jake, now
Plant
you're getting
Man.
the song by Ryan that you don't have to find on
Oh.
Instagram. So hopefully your need for this way is being met.
All right. I got one
Yeah.
more song I'm gonna add.
Oh, we're really going for it now.
Yeah, now this is a full-length record.
It's unstoppable.
I'm just gonna say the song is called, it's by a band called The Wrens.
Where's my button to disconnect? How do I get
Rocket?
off this?
Is it Rocket something? What's the name of that
I
song?
hate to say this, but if Ryan disconnects, I do as well. I will not support something that Ryan cannot get on board with.
Faster Gun by The Wrens. That's another song I'm gonna put
You
on.
know what's really, really funny?
Oh my God, what?
Really, really funny. While we were doing this, one of the guys from the Wrens texted me.
Oh, funny.
You've
And-
got to be kidding.
I'm totally serious. And the last time we traded texts was early October of 2025.
Oh, funny.
Are you serious?
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
That is a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Super weird. Super
Super
weird.
weird.
The universe.
Is that a
knows what it does.
sign?
Yeah,
I've got
well,
another song I want you to put
Alright,
on. Maybe I
save
did
it.
already.
Save it for next week.
Okay, I'll save it. I'll save it for next week. I've got so many good ones right now because we were going to do music today.
you sound like me talking about music now. I got so many good songs. No, I got.
Guys,
You don't need to play anything. I
Guys.
got so many good songs. Don't
guys,
worry.
you want more?
Go.
Give me the aux.
The reason why I need to go is I had
Okay,
to
yeah,
turn
he's
the
got
AC
it.
off to record because you can hear it in the background.
Oh, and it's 1,000
I'm
degrees.
dying. I'm
Funny
sweating
story, the
so
tornado hasn't kept me, Jake. So we see your
Yeah.
priorities.
All right. Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right.
All
it was
right,
to see you
good
guys.
being with you
All right,
guys.
guys.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.